I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is In a Nutshell Podcast. Hello, and welcome to episode 9 of In a Nutshell Podcast.
Where we break down all movies, shows, and news that come with them. How are we feeling today?
I'm feeling good. We're filming this weekend. We're filming our film this weekend. Tempted. We are filming it on the 16th. And speaking of movies, since movies are amazing, what did you see this week?
I actually haven't seen anything new.
That's how busy we've been.
Did I mention the episode 2 of? I did mention episode 2.
Yeah,
so I haven't watched anything new. I've been super busy with school because of the film. But how about you?
I did go see on Tuesday. I got to see The Black Phone 2. I'm a little behind on it.
Ooh, how was
it?
It
Came out. It was literally a Freddy Krueger-esque kind of thing, but it was a lot of the same ideas. Yeah, it was a really cool concept, but they didn't really deliver on it.
I know. I did see that in Halloween Horror Nights, and actually I saw it happen right in front of my face. The villain, I don't don't know the name of it because I haven't seen Black Phone 2, but scared the absolute
he was in front of us.
Somebody.
Yeah, he had
so funny.
They put the phone booth there. I remember.
It was so funny.
Yeah. So let's get into the first topic today. I obviously don't know too much about this topic, and it's kind of interesting that they're doing this. I didn't really think that they would actually do this, but the first 5 minutes of Stranger Things was posted. He's going to talk more about it. I got to watch it, didn't understand it, but what do you think?
This is my
what is happening?
Cup of tea, as people would say. So it's really interesting in this one. If anyone has seen it so far, it takes place back in season 1 when Will gets taken. Now, in season 1, you may have noticed now that it wasn't the Demogorgon that took Will. It was actually Vecna, because the Demogorgon can't open doors with its mind. You see the hands that Demogorgon doesn't. Well, it has hands, but Vecna, you can see the shadow of Vecna. So it's really cool that now we get a little bit more of a backstory of what happened with Will in the Upside Down, and basically that it happened with Vecna, but Vecna kept him alive, and that's what's really cool.
I didn't realize how, I guess, gory and weird Stranger Things was, because at the end of the clip, if you guys seen the clip or not, the kid gets put up against the wall and something attaches to his mouth. I don't know what that is, but it looked nasty.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the whole premise of the show. Is like when they find Will, spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen Stranger Things, they find Will and they see him with this like tube in his mouth. And then from there, they take it out, and then the future seasons, he like coughs up demo slugs.
What?
It's like there's like
bro pulled a whole Ron Weasley.
Literally, it's literally slugs.
That's disgusting.
But the slug morphed into like a Demogorgon dog.
Oh, I saw that. We saw that.
Which
in the
are
trailer.
called Demo Dogs.
Yeah, we saw that in the trailer.
Yeah.
But is the Vecna suit practical?
Yes.
It looks practical.
Yes.
Just because he walks
all full makeup.
I'm sorry, he walks a little funny.
It's all full. I'm pretty sure it takes at least like 5 or 6 hours to put the whole suit on. So
makes sense.
They make his filming days so freaking long because they don't want to have to keep putting on and off that suit. The only thing that's edited though is the vines that move across him, because you can't have that, and also his voice.
Yeah, obviously, but sidetrack. Any people who's in the makeup industry, film is a really big spot, and a lot of people do need makeup artists. So write that down. But I'm gonna give you this thing because you probably have already heard about it. But this is just what I've been seeing, especially on like TikTok. And a lot of people on TikTok and Instagram just rave about things that they probably don't even really understand. But which I'm also not surprised they're complaining about. Everybody complains about this at some point. You know, you're not gonna impress everybody. But I have been hearing people are already hating on the clip because of the CGI mainly, and I don't know why. It looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where they're coming from, but at the same time, you have to understand the first season was filmed 13 years ago. They're not going to have Noah Schnapp de-age 13 years.
Yeah, but I saw the trailer, or not the trailer, the clip.
Yeah.
Right? It looked fine.
Yeah. I mean, Will did look a little off, but again, that's to be expected. You can't make a perfect replica of somebody like that. And I honestly thought the monsters looked really good.
No, the monsters look good. I think the main thing people were talking about was the guy's face, because they probably, just to get de-aged, they definitely used they probably used motion capture.
What they probably did was that they probably just used a stunt double that looked just like Will, and they just added a little bit of face CGI onto him to try and make him look like Will. I mean, again, I never had an issue with it. I didn't really notice it until people were going crazy about it in the comments, like, "Oh my god, I hate this! I hate this!" Like,
yeah, but you know what you do notice the face thing is that when Luke Skywalker pops up in Mandalorian. I never seen the Mandalorian, but when Luke Skywalker pops up in Mandalorian, he. Shout out to Ben, our engineer, owner of Podcast Junkie Studios. Have you seen that scene with Mandalorian and Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Is it me or the face looks a little funky? Exactly.
It does.
So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. That is not very good face de-aging CGI. But from what I saw, it looked pretty swell.
Yeah.
I don't know what people were bugging about.
Stranger Things has always had a very good reputation of, but I can't talk today. A good reputation of CGI. It's been a long day.
It looked good. It looked
been a
good.
long day.
It's been a really long day.
But no, they've had a really good reputation of CGI for all their 4 seasons. Now the 5th one. I mean, I thought it was fine. Like, again, you can't perfect a person's face from 13 years ago. Like, there's going to be a little bit of a difference, and I'm okay with that.
By the way, since everybody was talking about the fact that Stranger Things looks a lot like It and It looks a lot like Stranger Things, you want to know a little detail that I realized when I was watching the clip and watching. Oh, that's another thing I watched. I watched episode 3 of It. Wasn't the greatest episode, but it definitely drove the plot. But there was a certain scene in there that was not as good as I thought it was going to be. But there was also a really cool scene where they show Pennywise. But anyways, they always have a scene in It where kids are running in the woods. Something's always going on in the woods, and they always got their back turned to the camera. They're always running. Stranger Things does the same crap, and you see it in the clip. You just see them running down this, I guess it's the upside downs version of the woods. So he just runs. It's that same shot that they use in all the other movies.
It's that woods. There's always a forest involved in every single Stranger Things. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you though. It adds to like the creepy aspect. It adds to the suspense, and I'm not opposed to it.
It looks good. Like I said, it looks really good. It looks really good. But let's go into our first toss today. This is obviously a little bit of a 360. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen many of these, but what bio movies, like biography movies, like bioflicks, I guess,
Yeah.
have you seen?
Now I've seen a few. One of them is controversial. People either hate it, people either love it. Is Bohemian Rhapsody?
I didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody.
I liked it.
I don't like Bohemian Rhapsody.
I think there's one about Elton John as well.
Really?
That I watched.
Mm.
What else? I think there was one.
You know what movie wasn't good? Elvis.
I haven't seen that one.
Elvis was a weird movie. I didn't like Elvis too much. Elvis was edited weird. I didn't like the style of editing. That was just I think that's a personal preference. I didn't like the way it was edited.
And I know that there was this show, something with the 6. It's like a person's name with the 6. It's about, well, it's not about, but it's like directly related to Fleetwood Mac.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you like Fleetwood Mac.
They basically like took the story of Fleetwood Mac, just changed the characters' names.
Well, you know what movie's coming up next besides the one that we're going to talk about now? They're going to make an Ozzy Osbourne movie.
Really?
They're definitely not. It's not confirmed at all.
Oh, okay.
They're for sure.
I thought that was confirmed.
They're for sure going to make an Ozzy Osbourne
Yeah.
movie. But for today, we are going to be jumping into a trailer reaction, which actually came out a couple of days ago. I did not think that this movie was going to come out when it came out because there was a lot of controversy around this movie because, of course, as it being a biography movie, they were going to film a lot of the real things that happened. And we know the real controversial thing that Michael Jackson got into, and they filmed that. But the studio said, nah, we want to make money. So they deleted all those scenes, reshot it. It got pushed back a year, but now it is going to be airing next year. And this is the trailer that we're going to be reacting to, the official trailer of the Michael Jackson biopic.
Hey, I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson, though.
Yeah,
I do love his songs.
Everybody
and
knows
I
Michael
really hope they nail like him as a person.
Let's see. Let's see.
I know you've been waiting a long time for this.
Bruh.
Lionsgate.
The tracks are made, the songs are ready. Let's take it from the top. This is your story. Honor your past and embrace the
Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Wow.
That's what people want.
It like,
Oh my God!
oh.
Oh, it's Whiplash!
It's Rooster.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
okay? But remember,
Even sounds like him. That's
in
great.
here, keep those feet still, my man.
I'm befuddled.
Oh,
My gabbers
Wow.
are flashed, bro.
that looks really good. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, because usually they don't.
Wow.
Besides maybe Bohemian Rhapsody, Elvis didn't really nail the Elvis look too much, in my opinion. He looks a lot like Michael
And he
Jackson.
sounds like him, too.
He looks a lot. Ben, what'd you think? He looked a lot like Michael Jackson.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. That was pretty good.
Looked a lot.
I'm actually excited for one of these movies for
I
once.
know that's man. I know that the actor isn't his cousin or something.
I'm pretty sure he's blood related.
He's related to Michael Jackson.
Somehow,
I
some
think.
way, he's related to Michael Jackson.
But what astonished me on, I don't know if you can bounce off of this.
Gulp.
Had to take a mini there for a second.
No way. No way.
But was the look? He looks like Michael Jackson. He looks like Michael Jackson. It's crazy.
I saw that Thriller, like
Mm-hmm.
when they were doing like the music video. It looked almost identical.
really
I
good.
wonder if they actually took the Thriller music video, like maybe like upscale the resolution.
Nah, they can't do that. That's cheap. Nah, they would have to at least recreate
Unless
some scenes.
They have some damn good makeup artists.
I think it's a makeup
Cause
artist.
wow,
Because that didn't look CGI.
when I get home tonight, I am gonna compare them side by side. That same shot. Cause wow.
No, I don't think it didn't look like CGI. Now they're definitely gonna go between. They're definitely gonna do like match cuts between the music video and the film. Obviously, there's gonna be some match cuts.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they're gonna cut between him turning in one thing and then him turning in the actual. But actually, I was thinking about this. But I think, me personally, because I'm gonna ask you this question and I'm gonna answer it first.
Nice.
That Thriller scene and how they made Thriller, I think is probably gonna be the best part of the movie. Besides maybe like what's the other song that I really like? It's like it's I'm bad. I'm
Okay.
bad. I'm bad. That's another one that's probably gonna be good. But I think the Thriller sequence is probably gonna be the best. And obviously the concert sequences, but I think it's gonna be the coolest
Well,
one.
the Thriller has like one of the most popular music videos of all time.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so
Everyone knows that.
yeah, everyone's gonna be in the theater doing
Just
doing
going
the
at
Thriller dance. But let me ask you this question: with the fact that they got rid of the very controversial topic about Michael Jackson in the movie, do you think that's going to change how good the movie possibly could have been compared to how it is now? So is it really truly like a biography movie? Because even in Bohemian Rhapsody, they didn't shy away from the stuff that was going on with Freddie Mercury.
No.
You know what I mean?
They did show a lot actually of Freddie's backstory, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think it'll steer away from how good the movie is, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be, even if we knew it or not about the controversy and them actually adding into the film. Let's say we didn't even know about it, and we didn't even know that they had reshoots. We just thought that, oh, Michael Jackson movie, awesome. I think that would have changed our opinions of
Okay, I see
of
that.
how good
I
the
see
movie
that.
really is.
But everybody knows Michael Jackson, though. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be one of those things where people go watch, are gonna be like, "Well, where's that part of the movie?"
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know about this controversy until
Oh, come on, bro.
no, like I'm being very serious.
That's
Like
crazy.
I didn't even know about it.
Well, it was a huge thing that went around, and he got in very, very big trouble for it. And a lot of people are still affected by it. That I think of. I don't really know. I didn't dug too much deep, but I thought it would have been very interesting to have that in the movie. Which, of course, with certain things they can't have that.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but I wonder if they're doing it to try and preserve his reputation.
Well, I think it's also because there's ongoing investigations still about it, right? So there's still people being investigated for it and whatnot. So there's probably just some things that they can't talk about,
Yeah.
they can't have. So maybe there's just certain things happening. But you know what's also going to be very interesting? How he died. That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Wait,
definitely.
was it the doctor's fault, or did he do that to himself?
What?
How Michael Jackson died?
No, it was the
I
doctor.
think it was the doctor.
The doctor got charged.
The doctor got charged.
Yes.
Okay.
The doctor's actually, I think he just got released actually.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, okay. That's going to be very interesting on how they do that too.
Ben, can you fact check me on that?
Yeah, it was in June 25th, 2009, from acute propofol and benzodiazepine. I can't.
Shout out to all you doctors out there.
intoxicant. Yeah, his personal physician administered a lethal dose combination of drugs, including the aesthetic propofol and anti-anxiety drugs like.
Oh, so he
yeah.
like overdosed him basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Wow.
Very-
That's pretty.
I knew that's how he died. I thought it was an anesthesia thing, but I guess not.
I mean, it's probably. I mean, it's just a lethal dose of medication that was given to him,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
I don't know if that was a
Wild.
mistake or on purpose. What do you think they're gonna do in the movie? They're gonna make him more.
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna make the
don't-
doctor like an antagonist almost. You know what I mean?
I wonder if the doctor did it purposely.
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But in the movie, they're gonna make him like a side character, and then he's gonna turn into like this antagonizing.
This person
character.
who's going against Michael Jackson because he doesn't believe in what he wants to.
I don't think they're gonna go that far. You can't denounce a movie that badly.
Well, that's the thing. Like, is again, I truthfully don't know about like actually Michael Jackson. Like, is what the doctor did, was it on purpose? Was it on accident? Like,
All I know is that he went to jail for a long time because he accidentally murdered somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm pretty sure he lost every license that he could possibly imagine, as
absolutely.
he should. But I am very excited for this movie. Oh, you know what's another thing that I'm interested they're gonna do? His skin thing. Ooh, I wonder how he did that.
Yeah.
You know how he went from Michael Jackson to like Jackson Michael. But I wonder how they're gonna do
And
that.
then, even in real life, he had that uncanny look.
He did have a very weird look.
It was kind of uncanny. So I wonder how they're going to go about that.
I wonder how they're gonna go about that too. That's very interesting. But I am very excited for the movie.
Yeah. But leading
But,
into our next topic, Wicked 2.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you excited?
I'm very.
It's coming
excited.
out soon.
Couple weeks, we getting wicked.
We getting wicked.
we getting wicked in
Actually-
a couple weeks.
What's today?
We're gonna try and go see it on opening day. Not opening.
Right, I
day,
think
but
in like
release
2
day.
weeks, right?
It's legit. It's after our film. It's the weekend after we shoot. So-
Yeah. Next week.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is next week, the 21st.
Oh, you meant next week. Okay, I know what you meant. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We getting Wicked next
we
week.
getting Wicked next week. I am very, very excited. I've been waiting for this movie forever. This is gonna be interesting because last year Wicked was my favorite movie of the year.
Oh, mine too.
Well, to be honest, not a lot of movies were very good last year, anyways.
Wicked
But
was
literally.
5 movie theater trips worthy.
Mm-hmm. But that actually leads us into our next topic.
So the next topic is the director of Wicked, of an interview, said that he states his concerns with the AI, stating that AI is going to mess with the algorithm and what we see.
You see, I did see this interview. I only saw 2 minutes of it. It was basically him. The reporter asked him, they're like, "Oh, hey, you know, what's going on with AI?" You know, he goes, "Yeah, AI is a tool, but I think his main thing was obviously the creative aspect of it. You know, obviously AI is taking over a lot of things. You know, when he means by algorithm, I think he means by like AI is showing us things that we might not even know is AI. You know, a lot of AI is now being used in the algorithm, so AI technically controls that section of, you know, maybe social media and stuff like that. I think his worry is basically AI taking control of a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, even now, like, I've seen a lot of people be hating on AI. And for example, I saw this video of just like positive vibes, and then like it was like just funny clips, just people just dancing and whatnot. And then they showed the Sora AI video of the bunnies jumping. The guy thought it was completely legit, and then everyone in the comments was just bashing him. I liked the video until I saw the AI. I like this. I wonder if that's the algorithm he's talking about. How right now everyone's anti-AI for this media stuff, that they're not going to go and watch the movie because they believe that there's some type of AI involved.
Yeah, but I think what he also meant by like the algorithm wise is that we're not going to be the ones influencing the algorithm. It's going to be AI influencing it. AI is going to pick and choose what it wants to use and what it doesn't want to use in the algorithm, right? Just on social media in general, but I think even in movies it can be scary because there's even some people talking about now in the next couple of years we're going to have a whole feature film just for AI.
And did you see that AI actress?
No, I did not. There's an AI actress?
I think like a local news station like spotlighted it on like a package.
Really?
If I didn't get told it was AI, I would have believed it was like a real person. It's
Really?
after this podcast, I'll show you it.
It's like that episode of Black Phone.
Yes.
Hotel River.
Yes.
That's creepy.
No, bro. Like, ugh, scary.
Yeah, that's creepy. That's creepy. But I think that's what he meant when it comes to like, because it is a very, if you guys think about it, it is a very interesting thing to talk about.
I just brought it up because I had to go look at it. And yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's
Do
crazy?
you want to see it?
Yeah, let's see
You
it.
wanna
Let's
show
look at
the audience real quick?
Let's look at
'Cause
this.
It is pretty kind of. I mean, watch this. This is crazy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a podcast bragging about getting gigs and
That's
battling the
AI?
villain. Meet the latest creation
That
from
looks
the
like
world
AI
of
right there.
artificial intelligence.
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
That.
The European company
Crazy. Crazy.
Wow.
Like when she's not behind some gigantic monster going, "Arr." When
Yeah,
she's
she
like,
looks legit.
when she's like on
She
a
looks
beach or like,
legit.
or like in the office.
Wow, she looks legit. Wow, that is scary.
Yes.
You know, I heard someone say it that if the wrong people get onto AI, that people could use it against you. Like say, hey, look, you were on this traffic camera doing this, or this CCTV
They
camera
already
doing this.
they already have.
Really?
Yeah, right now actually, shout out to my dad right there. He does fraud investigations, and he says that people like they'll have like these like let's say dating people, right? They'll have them send pictures of their face because these people are falling for this scam. They'll basically capture their face and whatnot, use AI, and basically like make something terrible about them, but using their face and be like, hey, give me this much money or else I'm going to publicly showcase you.
Doing this.
Yeah, but they used AI and put their face on it.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So that makes you think what the future of the movie business is going to look like, because they're going to have to put some laws in.
Or
this
or
stuff.
they blackmail some other people
Yeah.
by using AI
Yeah.
to try and get money. It's crazy.
They're going to have to put some massive laws on this AI stuff because there's going to be a lot of issues with this because that looked real. Imagine studios just don't even make movies like that. They just go straight to AI and just make movies.
Yeah.
So much cheaper.
Just ChatGPT, hey, create me an hour and a half movie about a person walking to a restaurant. Like, boom, there's your movie, publish it.
Yeah, that could
Like-
they're going to have to put some laws in place.
No,
because they're going to
there has to be.
There's going to be a lot of jobs missing. There's going to be a lot of things, and obviously, with the way the world is, the cheapest thing is going to be the one that's most favored. You know what I mean? Very interesting thing. I love how directors in Hollywood are worried about it. So they do have a lot of influence, and they know a lot of people, and they're obviously the heads and the big top dogs of the industry. So that's good that John M. Chu is very aware of that because he is a very, very well-renowned director nowadays, especially now. And I'm glad that he's bringing eyes to that. So let's get into our first hot take today, which is going to spin us into another 360 of well, not really. They're both kind of musicals. So Frozen isn't about sisterhood. It's about Elsa needing therapy. We didn't need a snow queen. We needed a psychologist, and the real villain was emotional repression.
It's so stupid.
I mean, it's a very broad way of saying it, I guess. You know what I mean? She's so messed up with this power.
But at the same time, it is about sisterhood.
Yeah, well, obviously it's about sisterhood, but Elsa has a lot of issues.
Hey, Frozen 3, you're hearing it from me first. Olaf is the new psychologist.
Olaf was the psychologist. Like, come on. So this does toss us into our next topic here, which is another movie which I don't think is being talked about as much as I thought it was going to be talked about. I don't really even hear a lot of people talking about it, actually. Did you know that? Did you guys even know that this month Zootopia 2 is coming out?
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't see a lot of people talking about it, though. I don't see a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. Sorry, sidetrack. That Zootopia 2 music for the trailer, the bum 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 bum.
Oh, that was stuck in my
It's still stuck in my head. They did a really good job with that. But I'm curious as to what the story will be.
It's obviously revolved around snakes. And a lot of it like reptiles. So I guess reptiles is gonna be like the outcast species of Zootopia. If you guys saw the I don't know if it was the second official trailer or the official trailer, but they're gonna make reptiles like this outcasted species, right? And I think that's gonna be the general.
I mean, think about it. Like for like the first Zootopia, we didn't see any reptiles in it.
We didn't.
Now that I'm thinking back on it, we don't see any reptiles.
And the trend with that one was making predators the outcast of Zootopia.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there is no reptiles in Zootopia. But I am excited for the movie. But will it be better than the first movie, or compared to other movies Disney has been putting out recently? How well do you think it's going to do against that?
I think it will do well compared to the rest of stuff that Disney's been putting out recently.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Zootopia 1 has a good reputation, and I'm assuming it's by the same creators.
I'm pretty sure it is.
If it's by the same creators, then I believe in them. I don't think it's going to do as well as the first Zootopia.
I don't think so either.
just because from what at least we think the story is going to be, it's a little bit more thin than the first. I mean, I love the first movie.
We can't top the first movie. It's a brand new idea.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
using a
And,
brand new idea.
and now they're just enhancing the idea and something more. But I don't think it's going to do as good as the first movie, but I think it's going to be one of the better things that Disney
I don't
posted.
know. I have a gut feeling it's not going to be that insane as the first movie was. I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be that amazing. It's what the trailers looked. I have a feeling they're going to make it very childlike, and what I mean by childlike, they're going to dumb down on the realism of things. Obviously, there's going to be that realistic theme of like outcasts and whatnot, but the first one had this like very realistic tone to it when it came to certain things like the city and then the mayor being corrupt and all this stuff. But I have a feeling it's not going to be stuff like that
It's
anymore.
basically like animals as people.
Yeah, they're not going to do that anymore because it might be a little too complicated or attention span wise and stuff like that. Because you got to cater to the demographic nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. Although I have been seeing this one. Actually, this is, I guess, our second hot take for today. You can. Oh, Ben's gone. But you can. You can also talk about this. What's the fox's name? Max? No, it's not Max.
I don't remember the fox
Nick,
name.
right?
That sounds about right.
I think it's Nick.
That,
Don't fact check me.
yeah,
Anyways, I've been hearing a lot of people going on about are Judy and Nick going to get together?
I thought they were. Weren't they in a relationship?
I thought they were cordial police officers.
I thought they were in a relationship at the end of the movie. Well, they might as well be.
I mean, if they aren't,
They might as well be.
yeah, exactly. I mean, they were a little too close together at the very end of the movie.
They were. I don't see why not. I mean, they might as well. I mean, I don't know what else they would do with them besides them being cordial friends. But they're I think with the way Disney is and the way certain things are, they are going to push for that narrative. But this also, if you want to get into our last little thing here about Zootopia.
Yeah. Have you seen the show Reacher?
No. You're missing it. No. Okay. How much money will it make? We're
Sorry, I thought
tired. We're tired, guys.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So how much money do you think it will make?
It's not going to make $1 billion. I don't think. I say it's not going to do It's not going to do amazing. I say maybe
600.
Yeah, 600, 700 million. There's the memes, right?
Not as much memes as I haven't really been seeing any memes.
No, not now, but back then there were
Oh,
memes
yeah.
with the whole main character, you know. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to do as good as I would hope it would do. I mean, you would think a popular movie like this, it's not popular to the point like Moana popular, but I don't
It has a good audience though.
it does have a good audience, but I say, like you said, 600 to 700 million. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Now, time for our next toss.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the show Reacher?
I love Reacher. Reacher is a great show. Reacher is an Amazon show about this guy that basically just walks around and he ends up in situations where he's got to like kill a bunch of people. It's just a popcorn show. It's a fun show. Reacher's like this big military guy and not a lot of people can beat him and all that stuff. But this does get us into our next topic here, this toss about Alan Richardson. Alan Richardson plays Reacher. Now, he's been in a bunch of movies. He played a Ninja Turtle in the Ninja Turtles movie, like the live action Ninja Turtles movie that came out not a while ago, actually. It was in a while. But a lot of people wanted him to play in James Gunn's Batman Brave and the Bold, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pull up a picture of him, I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of him, just so you can see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
let me see.
And let me know your opinion on if he could play Bruce Wayne or not. But it is not confirmed that he's playing Batman. There's going to be no Batman for Alan Richardson, but James Gunn did say that he is going to be in future DCU projects, which is going to be good. I think he should play something like Bane.
I've seen this guy before.
Have you?
Yes,
What?
I have. Where did I see him from?
Well, I think he should play the character Bane.
The Hunger Games.
He was in the Hunger Games?
Yes, that's
Which
where-
one?
The first one.
Really? Who'd he play?
I just remember. Yeah, who did he play?
No way.
I remember
bro.
seeing
What's the name?
Alan
Richardson.
That sounds familiar.
Big guy.
He played Gloss in Hunger Games. I need a picture.
But okay, look here.
Oh, yeah, he was like the main antagonist of the film.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Oh, he looks weird.
Wait, is he? No, he's not. Just kidding. No, sorry, different guy. But anyways, yeah, I have seen. Him
Okay,
before.
so that guy, do you think he could play someone like? Could he have played a Batman?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah.
I think he's too blonde.
Well, they can always dye a hair. Yeah,
Dye his hair.
that's not like or put a
The
wig
thing
on
is that his acting is very rigid, I think. So I mean, Bruce Wayne has to be a little. I guess besides Batman, I'm Batman. You know
it. Yeah,
that.
can you hit one of those? I'm Batman.
But he is a little bit of a rigid actor. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is that from a directorial standpoint, his dynamic range and acting isn't the greatest. He kind of just plays this brick wall. But he is going to be playing in other what's it called? James Gunn did say he's going to be in other DCU movies. I think he should play Bane. I think a Bane for him would be pretty good, or something along those lines. I specifically think about Bane when I first something in Batman villain wise would be good for him if he plays Bane. You just this big guy that has a mask. But that is the DC news for today. If we got an update, it's not even that crazy of an update. We just got an update on that.
Just something more.
Yep. And this tosses us into our last couple topics for today.
Stupid news. We love stupid news, and if you want to talk about the first topic for stupid news for today,
Oh, Ben, I don't know if you know much about this stuff. Do you know much about Funko Pops?
That's really funny that you asked that. I know a little bit. Some guy came in. He's like, "You don't have a Funko Pop?" I'm like, "No, I don't have a Funko Pop." He's like, "Well,
wait, I
because
actually have one.
I got
You have a Funko
this.
Pop?
Is this a Funko Pop?"
Technically, I think.
I got it.
Oh, that's a Funko Pop?
Yeah,
The How to Train Your Dragon's a Funko
yeah. It's like a freaking massive one, and took it out of the case. But
massive. But yeah. So this is the topic for stupid news. Is the fact that I don't know, I just saw it and I thought it was hilarious. Funko Pops are dying.
good.
And the reason why I bring this up is because you know that store that's next to the Disney store with all like the
Yeah.
comic book stuff? This is in Sawgrass Mills Mall, by the way. There's a store next to the Disney store where
It's just all Funko Pops.
yeah, it's just all they have like rows and rows and rows of Funko Pops. And no one's buying them. So that's why I thought it was a funny topic that Funko Pops are dying.
They're also way too expensive.
They are way too expensive.
Okay, granted this is a football game. I'm a big Miami Hurricanes lover. I just hit the mic, sorry. I'm a big Miami Hurricanes football lover. They have like a bunch of like tents off to the side of the stadium where you can just go get free stuff and whatnot. And they had this booth selling Funko Pops. So if you guys know, the mascot for the Hurricanes is an ibis. It's a bird. So I saw the Funko Pop, well, like maybe this big. I'm like, oh, how much is the Funko Pop? Because that'll be a pretty cool thing. Like, whatever, I'll pay $30 for it. $75.
I'm not surprised.
$75 for a plastic bird.
Bro, you know some people are mad collectors of that.
Yeah, and then they said, and I'm like $75, and then they went, yeah, or you can buy it without the case for $50. I said, so you guys are going to take it out of the case and then give it to me without the case?
When was a case worth $20-something? I didn't know a case was worth $20-something. What is going on here?
I was flabbergasted.
Yeah, but Funko Pops are dying. I've never had a Funko Pop. I don't think anybody buys Funko Pops anymore. That's why I thought it was something that I thought was stupid.
Actually, though, this is a really cool one, though.
It is really nice.
Although he looks like he has cataracts, though.
Doesn't even really look like a Funko Pop.
He looks like he has cataracts.
Bro is
But
blind.
I got gifted that, and I really like it.
This is our second stupid news topic for today. I don't know if it's stupid. I thought it was stupid because I've never seen the movie.
I love the movies. There's going to be a Gremlins 3 movie.
Ben, have you seen Gremlins?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I've never seen Gremlins.
I've never seen the
My
Gremlins.
mom likes Gremlins.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, but
Real quick, give me like a brief 30-second rundown of what
Oh,
it's about.
I do not remember.
Bro,
I just remember enjoying the movie and the little cute. Have you ever seen them?
I know what they look like. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
they're
what they
freaking
look like.
cute.
What is it like? Just like a little puppet thing that they use in the movie?
Yeah, I remember that they're like nice, and then at like a certain time, something happens to them, and they're all assholes. And then,
Really?
and then they all become like little devils of Satan.
Well, that's why they're called Gremlins.
And then at that, they become all cute again. They're all nice. And then like I think it's like at nighttime or something like that. They become like spawns of Satan.
Oh my God, bro! What? Do you think they're gonna use CGI or they're gonna use the old 1975 version of the little like animatronics going?
They looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. To you.
What?
It's 1975.
Bro, I've never seen the movie. I can't tell. But this will get. I know you're gonna love this last one.
Oh,
You're ready? So There was a thing going around. It came out to be false. The things came out to be false. I think the person who put it out with, or they claimed she was lying. I don't know who it was. I just know that it was false.
I know exactly who it is.
Millie Bobby Brown allegations toward their fellow actor. According to her, he bullied her on set, whatever that means. Mind you, this is a grown woman saying that she got bullied on set. You know what I mean? This is an entire grown woman. The guy who plays Red Guardian and whatnot.
Yeah, David Harbour.
David Harbour. My first thing was that this girl can't take a joke because on film sets, guys, there is a lot of joking around on film sets. Obviously, you have to work, but to keep the camaraderie, there has to be joking around and, dark jokes and stuff like that. But
Does this look like somebody that got bullied all set to want to be publicly taking pictures with?
exactly.
Because I see them with their arms around each other.
Yep.
Suck it, Daily Mail.
Bro, yeah, it was obviously false.
Stop putting, pardon my French, stop putting your fake shit out there. Stop trying to make people start writing against a person. David Harbour is a good person. Millie Bobby Brown is a good person.
Yeah, I thought it was
No,
stupid. When I
stop.
saw it, I thought it was her being ridiculous. But when I saw it was false, I was like, well, what's new? But that is our stupid news topics for today. And this goes into
that
our
last one was especially stupid.
yeah, that one was pretty stupid. This tosses into our last thing for today.
Yeah, we have a fun little game that we're going to do is that we're going to find a review from a movie. We're going to tell the other person their review. It's going to be some diabolical, funny review. And the other person has to try and guess what movie that review is from.
Oh yeah, who's going first, me or you?
You can go first.
Okay.
And then, Ben, you can also join in on this as well.
All right, sounds good.
Ready?
I am
I'm
so
gonna look
ready.
up for some. There's no way this movie has 3.5 stars. Bull. No way. Hold up. There's no way. Okay, let me see if I can find some. Why is it all 5 stars? This movie is not good. Oh, this one doesn't even have a star. My friend smoked weed for this first time, and I requested we watch this.
Wait, one more time.
Okay, this has no star. It just has a heart. My friend smoked weed for the first time and requested we watch this.
Inception.
No way. Inception's not that bad. You don't even put a star.
I feel like watching Inception high out of your mind
That has to be
is
insane.
a mind
It's
trip.
got to be insane. What do you think, Ben? What do you think it is?
Pineapple Express.
Never seen it.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, what? Oh, you guys have not. Oh. All right, that is my movie recommendation of the night. Is go watch Pineapple Express.
Pineapple, what is it, a comedy?
It's a comedy with Seth Rogen and
Oh, no way.
James Franco.
No,
I
Seth
cannot
Rogen.
believe you guys have
No
not
way.
seen Pineapple Express.
Wait, give us a brief, like a 10-second synopsis of the movie.
Seth Rogen is a drug dealer, and same with James Franco.
No way.
And it's them.
Imagine Seth Rogen as a drug.
No, well, actually, I'm sorry. Seth Rogen is actually a I don't know what they're called when you serve someone. When you go to get
A
served.
butler?
No, like not serve. Like if for legal documents, when you go and serve someone.
Oh, I don't know the name of
I don't know what the term is, but basically you go to like somebody that's have been avoiding some criminal thing, and you like dress up like a nurse, and then you walk in and you say, "I hate to give you some more bad news, but you just been served," and so it's like,
I don't.
You just got served.
You want to know what this? Yeah, I don't know. That sounds funny though. If Seth Rogen is
you
playing,
gotta. I can't believe you guys gotta both watch Pineapple. I mean, yeah, go watch Pineapple.
Okay. My reasoning behind Inception on why they would have given it just a heart is because they watched it one time, played on their phone half the movie, saw the very ending, and went, "What the hell?"
You know, a lot of people do that with a lot of movies.
Yeah, and then especially with the Christopher Nolan film.
Nah, a lot of people do that with a lot of movies in general. They'll be like, "What's that?" And it's like, Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna just tell you what the movie is. Ready?
Okay.
A Goofy movie.
Oh, no way.
Bro, this thing has 3.7 stars on Letterboxd.
That's crazy.
I hated this movie when I was a kid. I thought it was so corny.
Hey, the Inception was actually a pretty good a pretty good guess though.
5 stars. Literally says, serious question, are Goofy and Mickey really friends? Because when Goofy says, I'm going on a road trip with my best friend, Max immediately says, oh, Donald Duck. That got 5 stars. Bro. Insanity. All right, your turn.
All right. Men will literally reanimate a corpse before they go to therapy.
Read that. Read that shit one more time.
Men will literally reanimate a corpse before they go to therapy.
What the hell is this? Frankenstein? Okay, well, the newest one?
Yeah.
What? Oh, speaking of that, I'm halfway through that movie. The movie's actually really good. But no, wait, repeat that one more. That's actually pretty funny.
Men will literally reanimate a corpse before they go to therapy.
No way, bro. It's so true though, because in the movie, this guy's like super disturbed. Read one more for Ben to
Read another one or read that same one?
read a different one so Ben can guess one.
Classic moves. Skip the couch, grab the lightning rod.
Classic move skipped.
Is this a different movie?
Same movie.
Nah, don't do the same movie. He heard us say the name. Do a different movie.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah, do a
thought it
different
was
movie. By the way, I did see half of the Frankenstein movie on. I'm almost done with it. It is actually really, really good. It's really interesting, really, really good. The visuals are amazing.
Nice.
Visuals are
Let me
amazing.
find a movie that Ben.
Visuals are amazing. The reason why he does things is a little spoiled bratish, but there's a reason why he is like that. Actually, I'll get into more when I'm done watching the movie.
Oh, I don't know a movie. I don't know what movies you know, Ben.
Just pick
Just
one.
pick one.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. No reviews. This is a popular movie. What you mean?
What movie was it?
The Maze Runner.
No reviews on the Maze Runner? That's insane. That's absolutely
Okay,
insane.
now, okay. Oh, because I'm not signed into Letterboxd.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you, Ben. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna go to my let's hit you with let's do this one.
Sorry,
Okay.
another one of a Frankenstein. Men want to give birth so bad it's crazy.
Hold up. Okay. You found my weakness. It's small knives. To be honest, I don't know how this even relates, but
You found my weakness. Small knives.
you
was
want
gonna
me to give you another one?
I was gonna say like Knives Out, but
I was thinking Knives Out too, but
Yeah.
it's not Knives
I was
Out.
thinking Wolverine.
It's not Knives Out. Give me 2 seconds. I'm finding another one.
I was thinking Wolverine.
that's a good one.
Oh, here we go. Emma Stone in knee-high socks is the only reason to watch this.
Ooh, is that? Wow, is that the one where she something A?
No.
Dang.
Oh, I think I know what this one is.
What?
This
is not La La Land.
Really?
She's been in more than La La Land.
I know, but it's like a fit for La La Land, though.
You give up, Ben?
Let me get one more. Let me think. Was it
Wait,
Cruella?
Nope.
wait,
Alright.
wait. Are the knives and this the same movie?
Yes.
Oh.
But to be honest with you, the knives don't have anything to do with the movie.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Okay, so Easy A wasn't it, right? Because
Give us
No.
one more.
Let's find one more.
'Cause I'm determined.
Slaps. No, I'm joking. Trying to find another one.
Zombie?
If your hero and the love of their life aren't as horny for each other as Andrew and Emma, then I'm not interested.
Oh, Spider-Man.
There you go.
Got it. Spider-Man. Got it. All right.
And people dog on the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I don't know why.
I like them.
I like them. The Amazing Spider-Man.
It is my
movies are
favorite
really good.
superhero.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Really? Interesting. You need to get a Spider-Man thing up here.
I know we should.
Which actually our shelves are looking a little empty ever since Halloween left.
I know we had all of our spooky decorations. Oh,
Yeah.
time for the holidays though. We'll get some festive stuff.
Oh yeah, when Christmas comes around.
yes, sir.
obviously
Yes,
the
sir.
Biggest boy season's coming up, so
All right, so we're ending the podcast shortly, and we have another hot take for today. It's cinematography matters more than the plot. You might forget the story, but you never forget the feeling.
I have a feeling that's a very true statement. That's a very true. We've talked about this before. We've talked about a lot of things where visuals carry a movie sometimes, right? Because the story might have something called unobtainium, and you overlook that because the movie looks so good.
Yeah,
But even in Blade Runner,
I
people-
mean, the same I could say is Birdemic. Great story.
oh sure, yeah, guys, go watch Birdemic. I like to see all your guys' reaction to Birdemic. Freaking
Peacock. go watch it.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation for the week.
Yeah, they
Birdemic.
downloaded like
Before
like,
effects.
Like yeah, they downloaded some
It's-
crazy stuff. But
Top tier.
Blade Runner is another thing. I love the Blade Runner movie with the story and everything. I don't know why people didn't like the story. I liked Blade Runner 2049 story, but the visuals are incredible.
Yeah.
And I can't say if you're stunned by the visuals, you'll like the story just a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, even the cinematography of just anything, I feel like that really resonates with you, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah, because a lot of people are visual learners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are visual learners. So this gets into our fun fact for today. This is more of a technical aspect side of this. You might find this a little bit more interesting than I do because you're more of an editor than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But Pixar's first render farm for Toy Story took 2 weeks to produce one shot. Each frame took an average of 14 to 15 hours to render. That's over 114,000 frames total.
Holy hell. Okay, you know what?
And my computer lags on 2,500 frames.
We're doing some math right here, guys.
Literally. And imagine, that's like animation. So, and that was back then in the 90s.
So the middle between 4 and 15, wow, is 9.5, and they said that there's 114,000 frames total.
Mm-hmm.
1,083 frames, and oh wait, no, I'm stupid.
Bro.
Sorry, I lied. I'm just kidding.
Think about it, guys.
114,000 frames divided by 9.5 hours. That's 12,000 hours. Divide that by 24. That's 500 days. Divide that by 365. That's 1.5 years. Wow.
Wasn't that the same thing for Interstellar's
The computer
black hole scene?
overheating. Yeah, Gargantua. I'm pretty sure it took like a couple years just to render the black hole scene just because of how scientifically perfect it was.
Yeah, but imagine guys who edit out their After Effects and Premiere Pro stuff and Adobe Animate or whatever you guys do. Imagine rendering, how you guys get annoyed when rendering doesn't work now. Imagine back then in the 90s when computers only had the little things, and VFX was just booming, with computer visual effects. Imagine that. So be thankful for how fast computers get, especially like Apple.
I just know their computers were overheating.
Freaking fans on the back of the computer. But that's the end of the episode. What is your movie recommendation for this week?
Besides Birdemic, I'd say The Hunger Games.
Really?
Oh, I love The Hunger Games. The books are even better. That's mine.
I will give you guys this movie recommendation. I suggest you guys watch Frankenstein on Netflix. I'm halfway through it, but I think if you guys want to watch a cool gothic like horror movie, really, really interesting. I want you guys, whoever are the nerds out there like I am that have been reading the Harry Potter books and watched the Harry Potter movies, I want you guys to watch A Goblet of Fire, which is not well liked by a lot of people. Compare the Goblet of Fire to the book Goblet of Fire and see how much they changed. I swear, I'm not lying to you, they changed 50% of the book.
Really?
In the movie. A lot of the stuff in the movie does not happen in the book, especially the ending. The ending doesn't even remotely compare to what the ending in the movie is compared to the book.
Interesting.
Very interesting. But that is my recommendation for this week. And that is the end of episode 9.
Thank you all for watching. And you can find me, actually, just kidding. Let's do this first. You can find Internet Show Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music Podcast. You can find me at Ryan Filmworks on YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. Long day again.
Yes. And you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at The Filmmaker Daniel. Follow Dear Charisma, our producer, on Instagram. And also follow Ben, Podcast Junkies, and at Ben on Instagram, TikTok, everything. He owns Podcast Junkie Studios here in Boca Raton. And as always, take care. See y'all in the next one.
See you guys. Thank you guys.